Liftoff.
Hey there, Weekend Confirmers. It's Chef Cannata here. Ready to answer your question of the week. I don't know what I'm doing. Today's question, sent in on the Twitters by @Zimidoom. Zimidoom asks, what do you think of eSports? Have you heard of the Barcraft Movement? He especially enjoys Starcraft 2. I'm so glad you asked this, Zimidoom, because I have a really good friend who has gotten me into esports, specifically Starcraft 2, and I really love it. I really, really love it, and I'm very excited. Just recently we heard the teaming up of Twitch TV, MLG, and CBS Interactive to be able to broadcast the Twitch TV's coverage of MLG. So we're going to get more of that stuff. Barcraft, for those who don't know, is the practice of watching StarCraft tournaments in bars. Two great tastes that taste great together. So I think this is only a great thing. This is only can add legitimacy to video gaming as a whole, make it seem like a more adult recreation, which I think is a positive, and kind of bring it into a space that is, I think, friendly to people that might not even be playing games. I mean, I think if you're hanging out at a bar with a bunch of friends, in the same way that you don't have to play football to enjoy a football game, you don't have to play baseball to enjoy a baseball game, I think there's a way to transition video games into a place of to be able to appreciate them without being super invested in the playing of them. And I still think that we have a long way to go in that regard, because watching a StarCraft 2 match without having played StarCraft is difficult, to say the least. I think it requires a baseline level of knowledge. But, you know, if you talk to my girlfriend about watching football, she has an equal amount of difficulty understanding what's going on. So there is going to be, you know, a barrier to entry for anybody that doesn't know the rules. But I think we can go further in making these games, these even first-person shooters and real-time strategy, more accessible for a viewing audience. And I think that will be really exciting for the whole hobby, for the whole industry of video games, when these things become, we can appreciate the skill level of really high-end players, and we can appreciate the games on a whole different level from just the thrills that we get from interacting with them while playing. We can enjoy the thrills we get by watching high-level players play them. Because, you know, I love going out on the basketball court and shooting hoops, but I have a completely different appreciation for the game when I watch, you know, a professional NBA team. So I think it's awesome. And of course, adding a social environment like a bar where you can meet people and you can have drinks and have a real social atmosphere, making video games, taking them out of that, I even hate bringing it up as a cliche, but the cliche of the basement dwelling, you know, loner, taking that out and becoming a social thing and becoming a more festive atmosphere. I think that's awesome, and I love that Blizzard is doing so much to promote that, and I love watching StarCraft 2 matches. I think more people should check them out, and I hope they become, you know, Korea is blazing the trail in this regard, you know, with all their professional StarCraft players and the sort of mainstream acceptance of StarCraft as a sport, and how you have guys getting, you know, their names on cola cans and all that stuff just from playing StarCraft. I think when that kind of thing happens in Europe and the US, I think it's going to be really exciting for people who love the hobby. So, great question, and I'll see you next week.
Before graphics, like at all. And so now they're going to get made Westland too, and that's great. Like, we get to have that. And also, what's great about Kickstarter is you're part of the game. I mean, if you give enough money to build the actual Kickstarter, you can be in the game. Like, I can have Carlos NPC.
When you're playing a role-playing game that is story-driven,
I'm going to have it,
for instance,
so that's really cool. And of course, Double Fine, gazillions of dollars they have.